You do not need to have it all figured out. You just need the courage to show up, the clarity, one rhythm, one decision at a time. And it's not about feeling ready. It's about coming together with your superpower that you are human. You are doing a good job. And this season, it can be a fresh start and not a frantic mess. So you want to make an impact. You're thinking about starting a business, sharing your voice. How do women do it that handle motherhood, family, and still chase after those dreams? Well, listen each week as we dive into the stories of women who know. This is Call Me CEO. Hey, mamas. Welcome back to another episode of Call Me CEO, the show for women building lives and businesses they love without losing their sanity in the process. I am your host, Camille Walker, and this episode is all about how to get back into the swing of things with grace. It's not about being perfect. Back to school season is here, and maybe you're feeling a little scattered, a little anxious. Like, how the heck am I supposed to juggle all of this and still grow my business? I feel like all of us live in different seasons from one to another. So this episode is your permission slip to stop spinning the wheels and start creating simple rhythms that actually support the life you want. That is what this podcast is about, as well as my coaching. So here's the thing. We are also going to talk about what's really keeping you stuck sometimes, and that is you. Yes, that voice in your head saying that you're not doing enough or you should have had it all figured out by now. And that is false. So let's quiet that noise today, step into something more real and empowering, because you are not meant to do this alone. So let's get in this together. Grab your favorite drink. Also, quick heads up, the Mom and Mind Virtual Summit is coming in hot, and I am inviting you totally for free. It is completely life-giving, and I'll tell you more at the end, but go ahead and check out the link below about the Mom and Mind Summit, because you're not going to want to miss this. All right, let's dive in. So first off, we want to talk about creating rhythms and not a rigid plan. So first things first, stop trying to control everything. That perfect plan that you're obsessing over is a trap. And instead of rigid routines that fall apart, the first time someone gets sick or spills a smoothie in the minivan, I want you to think in rhythms. A rhythm gives you grace. Rhythms are flexible. They're sustainable. They're forgiving when life throws you a curveball. And they will. Life will throw you curveballs. We know this. So I want you to ask yourself, when do you feel most alive during your day? What drains you the fastest? And what must happen in this season, and what can wait? This is how we stop living in reactive mode and start leading our homes and businesses with intention. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what matters most with presence. So getting out of our own head is real. Like, it's hard. We all do it. One of the biggest reasons moms like you and me feel overwhelmed, it's not the schedule. Sometimes it's the mess. Sometimes it's not. It's not even the school drop off. It's between what is going on in our heads. We spiral, we overthink, we compare, we try to be the perfectly present mom and the boss level entrepreneur, and somehow not break down crying in the Target parking lot. Trust me, I've been there. So I want you to ask yourself this question. What story are you telling yourself right now? Is it that you're not organized enough, that you're behind, that if you take a break, everything will fall apart? I want you to know with love that that is not the truth. That is fear. And you are not failing. You are in a transition, and transitions require grace and strategy, not shame. So take messy action. Hit post, launch the thing, ask for help, take the nap, say no to the extra committee. This is your life and not a performance. A lot of times when school starts back up, it can be really hard not to say yes to everything. So let's talk about planning, and not in the perfect Pinterest board kind of way, but the real planning that helps you run your business while keeping your sanity. Here are 3 things to help us with this season. Number one, I want you to set 1 to 3 focused work blocks each week. Shut the door, put the phone down. These are non-negotiables. They could be specific times of day or specific days. I want you to also have a central station for your family where everyone can see what is happening, the family control center, if you will. I talk about family meetings a lot. We do those on Sundays. So I want you to think about, number one, a place where everyone can see what is happening in your home. That could be digital. I have 2 older kids now that they're on a shared Google family calendar with us, but I also have a physical calendar that is in our mudroom area, the drop center of the home, where everyone can see the calendar at a glance. It's actually a wall calendar for the year. I wish I had a digital one. I do not. I just have a paper one. And you know what? Honestly, it's enough. If I know what's going on paper and in my phone, and my teenagers know what's going on, generally I can fill in the gaps with my younger ones of showing what is on our calendar for the year. Big events, parties, practices, that sort of thing. So I want you to think about those day-to-day expectations of what's up and coming, but also to have Sunday family meetings. I talk about this all the time, that we call our kids in one at a time and we talk about what is big that's happening for you this week, what is going well. We always like to compliment our kids and talk about the good things that are happening, the practices that are going on, the things that they're working on. But then we also ask, what is concerning you? What is something going on that's hard right now? And sometimes we already know. So we bring it up and we give them our full attention. And I can tell you from having a conversation with some moms just this week, we talked about how I now have teenagers. And this mom was saying, I'm so scared about having teenagers. My oldest is now 11 and getting into that age of going into junior high. And it's just weird. Like it's a push and a pull. It's really challenging, and setting those boundaries and introducing phones. And how do we make all of that work? And my number one bit of advice for that is to keep communication regular and comfortable, even when sometimes it's uncomfortable topics. And the way to do that is to start the cadence of that and the regular one-on-one follow-ups early. So these Sunday meetings aren't about perfection. It isn't about a specific checklist. It's really about checking in with your child and seeing how things are going and giving them the opportunity to have your full attention. And my husband and I do this together. So we just make an announcement usually on our Alexa and say it's time for family meetings, or sometimes it'll be on our drive home from church, or we'll say there have been seasons where it's been at 4:00 on Sundays is when we start, but just whatever works for you. And then kid by kid, they tag each other and say, okay, you're next. And they know it's family meetings. This is huge because we talk about what's going on in their world. And I promise you, if you make an effort to show up and give effort and attention to your kids for what's going on in their world when they are 5, the chance that they're going to show up and let you be a part of what's important in their world at 15 is so much better, easier, more natural. It's already a part of your program. It doesn't mean that they're going to want to tell you everything. And to expect that of a teenager is not realistic. But it does mean that that cadence and that attention and that intention is what matters. Okay? So get into that routine. Even if it's now, wrapping up summer weeks going into the new school year, make it a part of your routine. Are you ready to reclaim your time and finally focus on the tasks that actually grow your business? Whether you're looking to hire a VA or thinking about becoming one, I've got the perfect solution for you. If you're overwhelmed with your business, I personally connect entrepreneurs with highly trained virtual assistants, graduates of my 60 Days to VA program, so you can confidently outsource and scale. Or if you're looking for a flexible, profitable business from home, my 60 Days to VA course gives you everything you need to have to become a successful assistant without the trial and error. Head to camillewalker.co to get started today. Whether you're hiring or launching your own business, I'm here to help you make it happen. You can also grab this link below and schedule a free discovery call with me to see if it's the right fit for you. I want you to think about what fuels you. Is it a walk? Is it taking a bath? Is it a podcast that really fuels you up? Schedule it into your day. Literally put it into your calendar, because if you do not schedule yourself in, it's not going to happen. It literally will pass you by. The time is going to fly in and out anyway. I don't know if you had the chance to listen to the episode that I did with my daughter. She asked to do it, and I was a bit shocked, but also excited. And I did not prep her with questions. And one thing that really surprised me that she said was a goal for herself is that she would like to work out every day. And that is something that she sees me do, that she wants to make a part of her life in the future. Now, let me tell you something. When I had younger children, I was not working out every day. When I had a nursing baby, young kids all around at my feet that were getting sick every other week, I swear, I'm like, where are you even getting this cold? There have been so many years where I could not be as consistent as I would like to in my exercise. However, I'm now at a stage now where I have older children that are more capable to do things on their own, as well as I can go to the gym by myself. I can drive in the morning and go. I'm now into lifting weights, and I love it. I love it so much. I grew up doing a lot of cardio. I was a dancer. I did high fitness. I loved it. There was a season for that. And now I'm 41 and I'm looking forward to what can I do for my hormone health, my cortisol levels, my sleep, my bone density, all of these things. What can I do now? And so for me right now, it's strength training. And I have a friend, one of my best girlfriends I've had since I was 12 years old. We meet up almost every day as we can. I think it generally tends to be 4 to 5 times a week that we are meeting up. And it's like, I cherish this time. It is my time to work out. It is a habit that is instilled within me that gives me confidence, and it puts me on a much more positive trajectory for the day. I'm much more productive when I start my day that way. And because it's become such a habit of what I do, my kids are used to it. They're used to seeing me put on the clothes. I'll see you in an hour. Sometimes it's an hour and a half. And it's part of my program, and it is my time, and I love it. I love it. It's so good for me in multiple different ways. So I want you to consider, what is that you time? Another thing that I love to do is I meet up with a girlfriend who, when we were young mothers, we became the best of friends. And this is what I love about women and different periods of your motherhood and the seasons that you're in, is you collect these incredible people that teach you and mold you and are companions with you in different stages of your life. And this friend, she and I would go for daily walks. We couldn't get to the gym, so we were out with our strollers and our dogs, and we would go on daily walks, and we developed such a close friendship. Well, now we live 3.5 hours away from each other, and we don't get to see each other nearly as much as we'd like to. In fact, there were years that went by where we still had younger children. We couldn't see each other that often. But now we're in this new season where we have decided to make the drive towards each other. We meet in kind of a central location for lunch, and we try to get together every 1 to 3 months, depending on what we can manage. We only started doing this in this last year because, again, our kids are at ages where there's a little more flexibility, where before it was proximity. It was, we can open the door and walk with each other, and it filled our cup. And now we're in a place where it doesn't happen as often, but that relationship is so worth putting in that intention. So consider what stage you're in. What are those friendships? Who are those people that light you up, or the things you can do for your body, your soul, your mind that help you to feel more you? And as you're going into the fall months and you start to think, for me, it's a season where I start to think a little bit more, a lot of it more actually, about the growth of my business, my services, my coaching. What am I offering? What time do I have to give? And consider how that all works into the picture of creating this rhythm that you're looking for in your life. And if you name it, you can achieve it. You can't pour from an empty cup, and neither should you try. This is something you've heard a million times, and I'm sure that comes as no surprise to you. If you are craving clarity and connection heading into this new season, I want you to come hang out with me and my friend Megan and a whole crew of powerhouse moms at the Mom in Mind Virtual Summit. It is completely free, and we have brought together some of the most incredible minds with helping you not only in business, but in motherhood and balancing the lifestyle. And I know there's no true thing as perfect balance, but it is created specifically for moms who are running a business, leading their homes, and trying not to lose themselves in the chaos. And if that describes you, which I think being here, it could, or it is, or it does, we will be talking about building balance for real, not the fake Pinterest balance. We're going to be talking about delegating like a boss, how to grow your business without guilt, and creating margins so that you can actually breathe again. And this is going to be coming from real moms and experts who have been there right where you are and want to help you rise. We want you to pause right now, unless you're driving, and head to the link below to register. You deserve this. You are creating in real time the life that you'll look back at and remember. So before we wrap up, let's look back at what we've talked about. You don't need to do it all. You do not need to have it all figured out. You just need the courage to show up. The clarity, one rhythm, one decision at a time. And it's not about feeling ready. It's about coming together with your superpower that you are human. You are doing a good job. And this season, it can be a fresh start and not a frantic mess. So join us for the Mom in Mind Virtual Summit, and let's rewrite what balance looks like for you. If this episode lit a fire in you, please share with a fellow mompreneur. You can screenshot it and tag me at camillewalker.co and Call Me CEO podcast. I would love to see your takeaways and to cheer you on. Let's build the life and business you can't stop dreaming about together. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Hey CEOs, thank you so much for spending your time with me. If you found this episode inspiring or helpful, please let me know in a comment and a 5-star review. You could have the chance of being a featured review on an upcoming episode. Continue the conversation on Instagram at Call Me CEO Podcast. And remember, you are the boss.